Good morning, friends. Welcome to Gardening with Creekside. I am Jenny and welcome to our weekly nursery tour. Here we are on the first weekend of March, and if you are in the South, you have probably been experiencing this absolutely fantastic, lovely, very much like spring weather. I have been outside all week. It has been absolutely glorious. Now, we know this is what we call false spring. We know it's going to get cold again for a little bit, but it has been a welcome respite for this week, and I have been thoroughly enjoying it. So the plan for today on the nursery tour is we have got a lot of fun things to show you, both supply-wise, container-wise, annuals, houseplants, perennials, shrubs, trees, you name it, we have got it. So stay tuned for all the fun things. Remember, this is a kind of real-time experience to see what we have here at Creekside Nursery in Dallas, North Carolina, Zone 7B, that is available for our customers right now. So if you're going to come see us this weekend or in the next coming weekends, you will be able to see exactly what we have and how everything looks. Starting here at the barn, and then we will move through to plants. So I want to show you, show you the bottled benders wind chimes. So this is an exclusive to Creekside Nursery because we send them the pine knots, and this is off of my parents' property in South Carolina. They are resin filled just pieces of pine that have naturally fallen to the ground. They are naturally weatherproof. They are not going to rot. They're glorious. We send them to Bottle Benders. It's a great company, a family company in Georgia, and then they clean them up, hang the wind chimes on them from recycled glass bottles, and then they had some fun and turned some of them into fish. I told Roxy, I said, just have fun, get creative, do whatever you want, and they came up with fish. Each pine knot is obviously very unique and very different. We do not ship these, so this is just a perk to come into Creekside Nursery, is that you get to shop the wind chimes. Now, while we're right here, I want to talk to you because we are coming out of winter, right? And we are going into spring. Plants are starting to wake up. I've been in my garden this week and I'm seeing new growth on just about everything. This is the perfect time to feed your plants, because remember, food equals flowers, food equals growth. You've got to feed your plants in order for them to grow. The vast majority of your perennials, shrubs, and trees, you're going to really fertilize about once a year. That's all they need. This is the perfect time to do it. So let's talk about what food is specific for what plant, okay? Start with Biotone. And we are big fans, big users of all of Espoma's Tone products. They just work really well. Our plants love them. If you only buy one fertilizer, I recommend people get Biotone. I call it like the Swiss Army knife of fertilizers. If you don't know what to use Biotone. It's great on annuals, perennials, trees, shrubs, vegetables, you name it. All of their fertilizers are a slow release fertilizer. I've never burned my plants using Biotone. It's all granular. All you do is simply look on the back. It gives you all your instructions, because based on the size of the plant will be how much you use. Is it a new plant or is it an established plant? So they give you guidelines on how to use this. Basically, you just take it and you sprinkle it around the plant. If you've got mulch, of course it's great. Maybe pull the mulch back or the pine needles back, sprinkle it around, and then put the mulch pine needles back. As the rain comes, as you get water, it comes down and it feeds your plants. You get great results with this. This is what I use for my hostas, my astilbes, all kind of the generic, and I say generic, right? Perennials and shrubs, my sunshine ligustrums, my trees, my cherry tree, all of those kinds of things, you use Biotone, all right? You need this in your life because it gives great results. Now, if you want to get specific, you certainly can. Polytone is for our acid-loving plants. Obviously, you can use it with holly trees, but there's a lot more of the plants that are actually acid-loving plants. And on the side of Polytone, it lists the plants that love this fertilizer. So your azaleas, your rhododendrons, your camellias, your evergreens, your, let's see, junipers, dogwoods, ferns, gardenias. Fantastic. Okay, so this is what you use for those guys. And then, believe it or not, Rose-Tone not only does roses, of course, but this is what I use on all my hydrangeas, because hydrangeas have the same nutritional requirements as roses, because they are what we consider a woody flowering ornamental. So Rose-Tone is a great option for your hydrangeas. And we're dancing with the sun because the morning sun is coming up, and so we're trying to get you the best light. So Rose-Tone is what I'm going to use on all of my hydrangeas. Obviously, roses love it as well too. On the back, it tells you when to do it, how to do it. But this, I'm telling you y'all, this is the perfect time of year to use your fertilizers. Also, of course, Biotone we use year-round because this is specifically for root growth. So I tell you, don't fertilize in the winter. Well, if you see me planting something and I'm using Biotone, it's because it's for the root growth. A strong, healthy root system is a happy plant up top. So we use this year-round. It is a staple. We just constantly use it for perennials, trees, and shrubs. You can use it for annuals. I just don't. I have my proven winners fertilizer for that, but you certainly can use Biotone on annuals if you want to. Let me show you these T-shirts. We have got T-shirts here at Creekside. We've got them displayed up here for you. So we've got all the different ones that you may see us wearing. We are going to put these on the website. I know y'all have been so sweet and patient and asking when we're going to put these on the website. We are going to do it. It's just, honestly, it just keeps getting pushed down the to-do list. But folks who are coming to see us, we have them here. So we use this as a little bit of a display so you can see the different sizes and the different styles. So we have them all here at the nursery. So take a little bit of Creekside home with you. They are very comfortable shirts. We don't wear uncomfy things. Also, some more of the bottle benders and the bat houses. So these are the bat houses from Heartwood. The same people that make the bird houses, they have the bat houses. The bat houses are in here because I don't have a way to hang them in the greenhouse, so they are over here. Love these. So this is the vintage bat house, and it's a single one, and then these two actually have a double layer so that it'll hold, you know, more than one bat in there. So they are beautiful. Remember, I know bats get a bad rap, but they eat thousands and thousands of mosquitoes in a night. So we want to have bats. Can we talk Aqua Pots? Yeah. So Aqua Pots. This is our inventory as of right now for Aqua Pots. The only thing we are missing one more additional pallet of them. Remember, the Aqua Pots are the self-watering containers from Proven Winners. We have used them for multiple years now, ever since they first came out, and they are fantastic. The reason we have them turned upside down is because, of course, there's no hole in the bottom and we don't want them filling up with water. But we have just a huge assortment of them. Basically, it's while supplies last. Springtime, of course, people are buying these like crazy to put their annuals in there. So if you know that you want one, you need to go ahead and get them, because I can't say that they'll be here, you know, a couple weeks from now or a month from now. These also make great presents. So Mother's Day, is never too early to start thinking about Mother's Day. It's coming up in what, like 2 months or something. If your mom is a gardener, or maybe she struggles as a gardener and she wants to have a pretty pot, these are the way to go. So we have those. And then we also have, of course, the strawberry or succulent planters, whatever you want to call them, from Michael Carr. They are just beautiful. We are not getting any more of these in as far as this growing season. So this is definitely a while supplies last situation. Now let's go to the greenhouse, because they have been absolutely loving all of this warm weather. You can see that Jerry went ahead and opened up the sides this morning to get it nice and cool in there. We're actually starting to have to think about keeping it cooler because of some of the annuals. This is our first round of annuals. We'll get to those over there, but they are loving life and taking off, and so we need to kind of slow some stuff down. Still have, of course, the birdhouses that are available. Probably going to be doing another order of the birdhouses really soon. Heartwood, in fact, just posted something on Instagram, and I was like, oh, you're killing me. I'm going to have to place another order. But they are in here, and also I will tell you too, if you buy one and you need to be able to mount it up on a post, like a 4x4, we have the mounting plates. So this is from Heartwood. We put one in our cottage garden, and it was the easiest thing to do. So if you have one that you want to put on a post, I have the instructions and the mounting plates available. It just makes it really easy to attach them to those 4x4s. All right, let's talk. There's so many things to look at. Let's see. Baptisia, we have the Baptisia. Now these are ones that we started this year. So remember when I did the unboxing of the Walters Gardens back in January, I believe it was, these were some of the ones that we unboxed. This is vanilla cream. The root systems on these things were huge. So they are ready. They are ready to go home with you. Great time to go ahead and put them in the ground. It is fantastic. You can see that these hanging baskets at least are coming along nicely. Houseplants. You know that we have this is our first year going into the world of houseplants. Jerry and I went to visit the plant company in Stewart's Draft, Virginia, I don't know, 6 weeks ago or so, because Proven Winners and the plant company have partnered together to bring Proven Winners houseplants to the market. And we have a nice wide selection of their houseplants. They are super easy. I am not a houseplant person, but I have been doing really well with my houseplants that they gave us. Basically, they can stay in these containers for as long as you want. They come in the decorative little pots. There is a plastic liner in there so you can feel safe. Like I have been watering straight in here, and then because it's plastic lined, it holds the water so it doesn't leak out. The vast majority of, well, all of them really, can have anywhere, just bright light, indirect sun. They don't have to have direct sun in your house. If they are in a nice, well-lit location in your home, then they do great. They can stay in these containers as long as you want. If you want to move them up to a bigger container, you can, but you don't have to. They will grow and stay the size of their pots. So we have just a huge assortment of them. They do such a wonderful job in giving us, we just ordered by the pallet, and they sent us what is in, looks the best at that time. We've got all sorts of ficus trees that are variegated. They have done marvelously well. I've got these in my house. They can handle some neglect. These are not high maintenance, fussy plants whatsoever. And they do come in 2 different sizes. So they do their plants in the European model. So we have a 12 centimeter, which is a little bit smaller, and then the 17 centimeter. So you can see the bit of a difference in that. So depending on your space or your budget or whatever, you can get the 2 different sizes. Now, one of the there's a lot of fun things, but in particular, let me share with you this. They have, let's see, let me find a good one. Here we go. Oh, hang on. I want to show you the best one. Here we go. Okay. So they have what's called the H2O Sprouts. So this is the bulb. So these plants are grown basically in like a hydroponic situation. They're in these little glass bowls with water. Only about 1 inch of water in the container, and this is all they need. You do not have to have soil. You do not have to feed them. You literally make sure that it has 1 inch of water in there when you keep the cork on it. You only have to refill it, I don't know, once a month, once every 2 months, not very often at all. Again, bright indirect light. These can actually take, some of these I have found can take more like direct sun, but they just are easy. These are perfect. Like my girls have them on their desk, their school desk. They are just easy to pop in. I have one on Jerry's little table beside his chair that he sits at in the morning. So they're just sitting there. So easy. These make great gifts too. So if you want to do like a little housewarming gift to somebody or a thank you gift to a teacher, a coworker, these things are fantastic. And it has directions on the tag, so it makes it really easy, takes all the guesswork out of it. My mama, who is not a houseplant person at all, she was like, now these I can really love because they are so much fun. And then the next one that they have that goes along with that H2O, these are the little sprouts. So little sprouts come in a glass jar. Again, has the cork on top. Now, you will notice that this one is about ready for some water. There is some water in there, but this would be about the time that you're gonna wanna add a little bit of water to it. You don't want water touching the base of the plant. You only want the water on the roots. Again, if you leave the lid on this, then they can stay without adding water. Again, 1 to 2 months. Super easy, perfect for windowsills. Jerry and I have them beside our bathroom sinks. It's right there, super easy. Again, make great little gifts. But just the whole assortment of houseplants. If you need a houseplant, we got them. Now, let's talk annuals. I will preface this by saying, again, we are in North Carolina. It is has been glorious this week with high temperatures. Yesterday was like 80 something. We will sell you annuals, but you just need to be aware that we're going to get another frost. We're going to get another freeze. Our last frost date is not till April the 15th. So if you buy them, just be prepared to take care of them in case there is a freeze. Now, there are some plants that are more cold tolerant and can handle that, like the petunias. They can handle those cooler temperatures as opposed to like a coleus. Coleus hates it cold, so we don't even have coleus down here. But look, this is the new jazzberry. So Supertunia jazzberry is the new Vista. Look at that color. Let's see, will it focus? It is really somebody was asking me, it's a real fuchsia color, purple. It is, let's see, let me show you this. Here's a bubble gum. I'm trying to figure out how to explain the difference in color to you. All right, so there's bubblegum versus the jazzberry. Bubblegum, of course, is just, in my opinion, is the industry leader in petunias. Just unbelievable. Jazzberry is a gorgeous color. We're going to be using her in tons of our landscapes, both at the house and here at the nursery. So jazzberry is doing really nice. I love how she's growing. She's not wild. She's nice and tight and compact. As a grower, that makes us very happy. So again, this is just the first round. Remember, we have 2 production greenhouses that are absolutely slammed with plants, and we have more arriving today. So there you go. Don't think that this is only our inventory. It's not, it's just the first round. Osteos, the Osteospermums, the Bright Light series, these are nice, cool, tolerant plants. So again, and we have them in all sorts of colors. So there is the pink, I keep showing y'all this purple because, oh my gosh. Look at that. This is purple, that deep, rich color, just fantastic. So these are full to part sun. If you want more information, go to provenwinners.com, put in bright lights, and then you'll see all the different colors that come with that. But I'm just sitting here looking, like how pretty would that be, the Osteos with the jazzberry? Like if you're going for a color palette right there, look at that. Just stunning. Beautiful. So the possibilities are absolutely endless when you're going to come up with your containers or your landscape plants, all sorts of fun things. So they are doing really well. Of course, the Silver Bullet Artemisia, this is a great foliage plant. It's doing well. The Bidens are doing really well. So this is Goldilocks Rocks. It's that gorgeous, big, yellow flower. Pollinators love it. And then we have the campfire flame. You can tell they have two different habits, right? So campfire is a lot tighter. It's probably going to be a little bit, no, they say about the same size height-wise, but just a nice deep orange, really nice. And then look at this ageratum. This is Artist Blue. Just, is that not just a happy plant for you? Just makes you smile. So incredibly pretty. These have been really easy to grow for us. We have really enjoyed them. Not only do they have beautiful flowers, but the foliage is really nice as well. Of course, the alyssums, we've got the white knights, and these smell so good. Such a sweet little smell to them. The guaras are coming along very nicely. Again, guara will be a perennial for us. This you can buy it as an annual and then carry it over as a perennial. They are perennials in zones 6A to 10B. So you get a lot of bang for your buck. More alyssum. This is the Snow Princess. And then here we come into Super Bells and Petunia Alley. So the Super Bells, Calibrachoas, again, they love it cool. So they can handle these cool temperatures. They respond really well. That's why probably this morning is what? In the 50s?
It was 49.
49. I mean, my hands are cold, so it's a little crisp out here this morning. You can tell that they're not wilting at all. They're nice and perky. Super Bells do great in containers, hanging baskets. We recommend for folks with clay soil like us, not putting them in the ground. I do have a sweet viewer who lives down on the coast of North Carolina, and they have extremely sandy soil. And she says because of her sand soil, she can put her Calibrachoas in the ground. So see, this is where there are very few hard rules in gardening. So she said, Jenny, make sure you tell people if they have really sandy soil like I do, that you can put your Super Bells in the ground because the ground drains. They hate wet feet. That's the problem. So for us with clay soil, it holds the water. They don't like it, and they'll most likely just look sad. But if you've got sand, go for it. And then coming on down here, we've got the petunias. Royal Velvet is, oh man, you gotta love Royal Velvet. Now this one is not all the way open, but look at that deep, rich purple. Super petunias can go basically anywhere. They can go in the ground, they can go in containers, they can go in hanging baskets, you name it, they can go there. They just need the sun. Let's see, is there anything else in here? I'm gonna talk about the perennials. Okay, so we got in a shipment of perennials after we did our nursery tour last week. Got a lot of fun stuff. So let's walk over to the pines and let me show you. If you have your panicle hydrangeas, now is the time to prune them. These are little lime trees, the standards. I pruned them last week. So if you haven't pruned your panicle hydrangeas, you need to go ahead and do that because now is the time to go ahead and get those done. Here we go. All right, things are waking up over here. We do have, let me show you one of these guys. This plant's doing great. So this is Heaven Sent. Let me show you the tag. This is a great shade perennial. Now it's only rated, I believe, 2 zone 7. It's very cold hardy. And so normally I like to have plants that have more of a heat tolerance, at least a zone, possibly 2 zones beyond us. This one did great though. Walters sent it to us as a trial when it first came out, and it has done really, really well. So if you are here local with us and you kind of have the same climate that we do, definitely it needs to go in the shade. It says full sun to part shade, not full sun here. Now, if you're in a zone 3, you're fine. You can put it in the full sun. Does really well here, soft foliage. It reminds you like of a fern, but it has these beautiful blue blooms. It is just wonderful. Here we go. All right. Now, all the ferns, they're still dormant. Everybody's slowly waking up. We have hostas. This is Island Breeze, just starting to wake up. And these have not been in the greenhouse. They have been outside all winter, so this is just the natural time for them to start waking up. Some are and some aren't. It's just, you know, it'll all happen. Now, this whole section is what we got in the order. Got it from a great friend of ours that does a wonderful job growing the perennials and everything. Super excited about this. There are a ton of hostas, a lot of fun of the Proven Winners hostas in here. Clearly we have not put them out in the shopping area yet. We're going to tag them and then get them out. We also got a lot of fun, unique perennials. So this is Amethyst Dream Centuria. Let's see. And again, we're fighting the sun here. Can you see that? All right, now I'm gonna look at the tag, you look at the plant. So again, it is a bachelor button. So it is covered in one bloom and it has lots of buds in full sun, 20 inches tall, and it's gonna be hardy in zones 3 to 9. Perfect for us, right? Absolutely perfect. Again, I love where we have a nice zone buffer on that. So these are here. Now, let's just run through really quickly the Proven Winners hostas that we have. Again, hostas, they prefer the shade. They all have the same growing conditions, right? A little bit of filtered sun. If they get morning sun, they're fine. Not hot afternoon sun. They don't like that. These are definitely a shade perennial. Gorgeous foliage and blooms in the summer. Wintertime, when you get your first freeze frost, it will kill all your foliage. So they will disappear, be gone in the wintertime, and then this time of year, they come back, okay? So just a little recap here. So we've got coast to coast. We're gonna just kind of zoom in on the tags here. Coast to coast is gonna be a nice big one, hence the name because it spreads from coast to coast. So we've got coast to coast. We have got Empress Woo. Empress Woo is gonna be another nice big one, kind of on the blue side as far as the foliage goes. Really nice. Ooh, wee! I cannot look at the name of this hosta without thinking of, what was it, the insurance commercial with the pig leaning out the window and he's like, wee! Yeah, it's a really fun, small, petite hosta that has curly fringed edges. Lot of fun, that's wee still. Hudson Bay. Hudson Bay is a really pretty variegated one. Again, kind of that blue-green on the outer edges, and then on the inside is a lovely creamy white. So nice. There's just so many of them, y'all. I mean, it's just crazy. That's Hudson Bay. We do have Autumn Frost. Autumn Frost is a beautiful variegated one. I lost it somewhere. Oh well, it's over there. Woo La La. Woo La La. I have this in a pot here at the nursery, and it's beautiful. Nice big leaves. So anyway, if you are interested in some hostas, both Proven Winners and what we call non-branded, we have got them. We've got some fun. This is an orange grass. This is orange sedge. It is a carex grass. It does really well here in the fall. It'll do like it turns flaming orange. Really fun. Carex grasses, so easy. They do really well in the south. We've got some beautiful eucharis. I don't know if Jerry can show you those eucharis. These are both of the villosa species of eucharis. Villosas are native to the southeast. They can handle our heat and humidity. Gorgeous color. They will retain that color, be really, really nice. And then in these big pots, they're all peonies. So we have got lots of different ones. We have Felix Kraus, which is a nice, big, fat peony that is that gorgeous red bloom. Really nice. Now peonies, remember, they like the full sun. So we've got the Felix, we've got Sarah Bernhardt, which is a pink. We've got Duchess d'Amour, which is a white. Anyway, if you're looking for peonies, we have them. We also have the H2O peonies. Now you're like, what is an H2O peony? Well, an H2O peony is, it was developed from a Japanese man, hence his last name is Ito. Sorry about that, the camera cut off on us. So the H2O peonies is a cross between a tree peony, herbaceous peony. They don't have to be staked, really beautiful, unique blooms on them. So there is the Julia Rose, there is the, there's 3 different ones that we have. Julia Rose, Bartzella, which is a yellow, and then there is one more, Scarlet, I'm reaching here, can't remember, sorry y'all, Scarlet Heaven. So all that to say, if you need peonies, come see us. Now is like go time for all things gardening. So at least here in the South, I know a lot of you are still covered in snow. Hang on, it is coming. You will be there in just shortly. So as always, thanks so much for gardening with Creekside. Y'all have a fabulous day and we'll see you in the next video. Bye friends.